south of Zimbabwe, the capital of Matsal province is slowly becoming a drug hotspot. The once quiet and tranquil town is flooded with drugs such as bronclia, codeine, njengu, and crystal meth, among others. We decided to take a dive into the issue of drugs and find out the general views and feelings regarding drug abuse in the town.
Vanomwa zokudhaka mitoriro nezvimwe zvakazimbwa pasi navo. Ndakaudza mapolisa kuti vakangowana munhu akastika tataena fakarapo jere paanenge apepuka wakapiwa nani naningi tataena fakarapo jere.
Hello Zimbabwe, it's Thankfulbird again. My name is Tatenda Nyoni. I'm with Nelson Chishinde doing the anti-drug awareness program, trying to hear more about drugs in general, the effects and everything that is pertaining to drug use. Good afternoon. Tatenda Nyoni here from Thankfulbird Foundation. Namhlanje ndamantombazane uPamela Losta. We are talking about drug abuse in Kwanda, Ekasi, trying to find solutions and also to see what's going on in our small mining town of Kwanda. So guys, which drugs do you know are being used in Kwanda?
The amapamba sazithabizwa thangweni.
Amapamba.
Then the glue. And iron. Also about powder about. That's why at the moment. Don't know, maybe I discover money later.
So tell me, do girls do drugs?
Yeah, they do. Some of the girls, not all of us.
Oh. Ungasitshela about ama drugs. Also go about in circulation lapha eGwanda, any drug that is prevalent in Gwanda just.
Yeah, mina like njengomuntu ohlala elokishini sengabona abafana kulabo crystal meth into abazichaya kulabo labona belama cough syrup amaningi. Mina lana kulabo bongo leningi nabana. So kanya babo abuse bakusebenzisa kuma large quantities yabo kumnathe kunjani.
I know of umtoriro, imbanje, unjengu. Yeah.
Most of the drugs asedume kakhulu eKasi. Batlo bathi lilitshe. Abafana biza bethi lilitshe umtotsi, bathi umtotsi bakunika amabizo khona kokufani fani, litshe ulayini umtotsi. Okay. So yeah, that's the most dangerous drug eselibhahele eKasi and limaza abafana blind.
All right.
These are the things that especially the young ones nowadays, they are misusing the drugs that maybe are intended for other meaningful use, where they are using them maybe for different uses and different reasons. OT, you will find that maybe if you check lawa ama drugs anjenge imithi yokukhwehlela which are no longer used for that purpose and now are being used for different purposes that they believe ukuthi bona they are helping them one way or the other.
Okay. And today Silo Lane, one of the people who works Lama Youth in Kwanda, in particular Young Life. So welcome Lane. So we just have got a few questions. So what do you know about the drugs in general? Any drugs, dakamizwa, ekasi or something?
Okay. Yeah, what I can say is eGwanda akusela umuntu ongakwazi ngama drugs.
Yeah.
Because it's actually something that is killing young people in this time around. So drugs is everywhere. Everyone is actually crying out about drug abuse, substance abuse, even abazali abaningi, they are devastated, young people. You know, umntwana omncane o-expect ukuthi uzaba le future, but you see them ephuma esikolo or even esasesikolo. You think they are going to school, but yet befika esikolo ngale balama drugs. Amanye angikhona you can't even explain ukuthi li drug ibani.
Yeah.
You know, you see nje sebengani sebelahlekelwa zingqondo. So yeah, ama drugs is something tricky, and you know there are a lot of them. Kulabo kuthiwa ngomtoriro, kulabo bronco, you know, a lot of drugs. So yeah, labo njengu.
Abasaqedakala abantwana indaba yama-drugs kuthiwa ama-drugs omtoriro, umthengo wathi osibuka khona bakubiza bakuthi kakhulu.
I know Lapa is you've been moving around Kwanda and sebenza nama youth. You have heard a lot about drugs. The reasons why abantu abatsha bethatha ama drugs. What are some of the reasons that you've heard? The reasons why they are taking drugs. Some of the rumors that you've heard about drug use in Kwanda.
Yeah. Okay. So it's one of the questions that is most critical. Ebantwini abaningi ngabazali, ama-government officials, even ema-church. Because we are trying to fight against this pandemic drugs.
Yeah.
So it's the question very serious yokuthi what's the cause? Well, abanye baqalisa sithi mhlawumbe maybe usolakala kwemsebenzi, now ama youth ale stress and all that basola into zokwenza, they end up turning to drugs.
Check. Every day we have got incidents.
Okay.
Because of these drugs. Mm-hmm. This is not that maybe a rumor or it's something he say to us now. Mm-hmm. It's becoming a lifestyle. It's something that is becoming normal to us maybe as a community. Why am I saying so? We have got all kinds of drugs that are available around. And maybe to prove myself right, you'll find that maybe when we wake up early in the morning, see lama containers that we pick, that we clean around us with different drugs maybe that esingakhuluma ngazo ezitholakalayo locally. So it makes it a challenge ukuthi whoever wants it is available nje.
All right.
Locally you find that maybe they thola ama drugs anjengabo bronco. You find that codeine, imbanje, omtoriro, labo njengu.
Yeah.
Kuyatholakala nje lula around.
All right.
Or maybe you might think that is a job. Allow me maybe to just check maybe by my bin.
Okay.
Definitely I know this thing that I'm talking about, you can prove it right. But every day you find that around you, this is our community. Let's just check. I know you find that these things that we are talking about is real.
Okay.
This is my dustbin, as you can see. Not that maybe we still in the morning. As you can see, these are the things. This is dopa and easy, be lazy, as clean every day. Exam. These are the types of drugs that we are talking about. Ukuthi ziyatholakala easily within the. Now, easy below. As you can see, these are the kind of drugs as corner. Maybe it's not continuous search, but I know, as you can see, izinto nje sivuka zithanyelwa ekuseni nxa abantu bethanyela.
Okay.
Meaning that is semsebenzini.
When they believe it and they take it in tendencies, they are intelligent.
Okay.
So usually what they are like, when they take those drugs, they become different, they are strict, they believe they know everything at that point in time. There's nothing that you can tell them, they just tell you things and you're supposed to follow.
I-drugs affect abafana kakhulu and siphila labo abafana nje la you'll be trying to convince the boys ukuthi no, this thing is not good, this thing is like it. But by the moment umuntu umtshela uyakunanzelela, but to an extent ukuthi into lana izimenze something, understand?
Okay.
That's when umuntu lana sebona khona into le parayikosha. And then if ethola usizo kusaselesikhathi before even maybe iphambana ingqondo or something because abanye bayaphambana bengqondo 9999 bayaphambana ingqondo so esethola usizo lapha ese-right sephenduka osevele rehab or something sebesithi but into lana into yapho sengikhawade lana yeah so into lana bayakwazi dangerous but at the end of the day bayinida bayisebenzisa futhi injalo bekwazi into lenjani ingozi.
Okay, all right.
You see someone who is in Form 2, someone who is in Form 1, someone who is in Form 3. Umuntu esinga-expect ukuthi maybe isele responsibility eminingi esingamstressa somela sebenzi. You are still at school, you are still at school, you are still studying, but ubona umuntu wakhona sekuma-drugs. So you end up asking yourself, okay, less stress aselaso esesimngenisa kuma-drugs esesikolo yisiphi yabo. So at first we thought ukuthi maybe laba sebephuma esikolo abaswele imisebenzi yiba abangena kuma-drugs, but also ama-drugs ememetheke kakhulu to an extent yokuthi even no Form 1 even no grade 6 there is this other kid that we know eKasi khona lapho ongena ama-drugs grade 6 esebhema imbanje sibhema amanye ama-drugs that you can't explain. So the question really is huge. What is the cause? And well, abanye of course babe sitsho ukuthi nxa ubabuza ukuthi so because tina what we do is we deal with young people, so we get to a chance to talk to them personally at a personal level. You know, akutshela ukuthi no i-stress ngizomsebenzi but asi ufuna imali, so you end up ugcine sungena kuma-drugs. But so it's a tricky question. Ukuthi why?
One into engibona isebenza ukuthi konke abantu abala nto zokwenza abaningi like ama-youth bengela nto zokwenza kunjalo they take ama-drugs lana thinking ukuthi kuyabancedisa ukuthi bedele ama-problems abalawo, but mina ngokubona kwami it's not actually the solution. Yiko ngibona la ngibona ukwenza okunye nje i-peer pressure otherwise abalawo because they get of course reasons yana ku-TV social media nabantu abanye abahlala.
What are some of the crazy rumors that you've heard about the ama-drugs?
Yeah, kwenye lami engizivela ukuthi they were saying ukuthi for ama-ladies imbaje ziyakhosta ama-hips sengiyezwa ukuthi ziyasebenza njenge-food and labona ukuthi young people we know ukuthi abaningi kade indulging in sexual activities. They also say ukuthi some of ama-drugs bawenza last long in bed. So those are the craziest things that even take abanye abantu that are not necessarily dealing with issues abantu badila lawo. They just go into ama-drugs just because they want to have the experience whether those things are true. I think some of them take drugs out of curiosity to satisfy them.
Some of the people, they just enjoy. Maybe you can, let's say you got soccer, you have to go and play soccer. Right. So to have the energy or that strength that they need.
It boosts like.
Yeah, they want to boost. So.
All right. So abanye they're just taking it for a vibe. And all that. All right. We have seen our brothers, our sisters are going down the drain. People have got potential going down the drain because of ama-drugs. So what can we do? Like, what can we do as the youths, as the future of tomorrow, and even as abadala? What can we do? Like, just few recommendations here.
So I think as a community, especially of Rwanda, we are lacking organizations or sponsors who can come up with activities. For example, young people, we want sports. You know, we want sports. Akube lama sports, akube lama clubs. You know, for football, basketball, netball, even nama arts, filming industry. Let the young people get something to do.
Babe engaged.
Let their mind at least ngingasweni into yokucabanga. But nxa ngihleze endlini lokho ngicabanga ukuthi okay, my next act nxa siku drama what, you know. But so we are calling to organizations that can help. Ukuthi eGwanda we need ama activities. We need akube lama renovations. Let there be stadiums. Let there be, you know, ukuthi ongathanda ibhora uyakwanisa ku music. Ongathanda music ayinga. So ama youth awawe because khathesi akula enye into besides focusing on working. Yabona?
Yeah.
But imsebenzi ayikho. You see? So now mawungasawutholanga umsebenzi ukuyinonyosa ungakwenza. yabo sisicina because into le yaqalisa abantu abancane abantu abatsha siyatshontshela ebadaleni lizane zihlala lapha sizijayela onsira lapho ngofika abadala lapho ngucha
2 minutes
yabona so into le isispreadile that's why uthola lo grade 6 esenjani esekwenza so into yankona so I think that's what one of the things that we can do is to let the young people be involved in some stuff. Yeah, I think that's what I can say.
And into edingakala lapha ukuthi thina njengomphakathi njengabazali njenge-community njengesigaba oyabe engabe ukuthi la ma-drugs atholakala endaweni enje kumele sibambane njengabazali ivezwe le indawo ebantwini bomthetho bake babavakatshele labo bantu badile labo.
That is, if we try as the community, people try to spot the people who are selling drugs to children, that would be the best solution, but it would be hard, but if the community works together, it will go.
You realize with most people that use these drugs are the youth. Most of our youth have a lot of spare time. Of course, civilly they try by putting us in school and all that, but then in this current generation, information is easily accessible to an extent which I think school is no longer mentally challenging. Abantwana abasahlali be preoccupied by school. Ongangokuthi mina I was hoping ukuthi maybe we should reduce the amount of time that the youth have. Teach people skills. Ngoba with the economy, I can say ukuthi wena ungasibili ungaqinisela sibili for more than 13 years ufunda so that usebenzele umuntu then economy bisibhayizeka then you lose everything. So I really hope ukuthi maybe if there can be some workshops people befundise izinto zokwenza ngezandla something yokuthi umuntu abekwazi ukuthi no, without my certificate and ngiyakwazi I can wake up every day in the morning ngihambe and do something like carpentry or metal working or ama practicals things to do with hands. Another thing also is to educate the community, because it is very important that the people know this thing is now a problem and it is a serious problem which needs serious action.
So, Doctor, I just wanted to ask about some of the common effects of my drugs are circulator, such as vana bronchia, and some are taking benylin, nicotine, then crystal meth. What are the effects on the body?
Okay, so basically, drugs, there are several drugs. They range from marijuana. We also have what we call amphetamines, which this is the crystal meth ones. Then we have alcohol as well as a drug. And then we also have bronchia, these come under sedatives. And you also have cocaine. These are the ones that are really common in the market. So you realize that each drug has its own effects on somebody's body. Let's say for instance, we'll take commonly used one, which is amphetamines, macrosometh. These ones, they normally keep your body active. So when these kids are taking them, they just take them maybe to become physically active as possible, and to enhance them in their normal day-to-day activity. That could be something they want to benefit, but in the long run, they have negative side effects. And one of the common negative side effects is when the body is now cleared of this drug in the system, they get drowsy and they sleep for a very long time. It also impairs their cognition. They are unable to do to reason. You can't even do a reasonable conversation with these people. The worst possible scenario of these drugs is they then become they get involved in these behaviors that are not typical of a normal human being. I'm talking of robbery, I'm talking of prostitution, I'm talking of theft, and I'm also talking about other things that come in with drugs. That is, many of these kids you end up, they are not doing their normal activities, they are absconding from school, and etc. etc. So commonly, these are the usual acute side effects that you find with these drugs. In the long run, it commonly causes psychosis. They end up, they are no longer behaving like normal human being, what we call psychosis, and ultimately death, which is the very sad side effect which occurs in the long term.
What are some of the traits that we can see? Maybe as parents, they might not know that their children are using drugs. What are some of the characteristics that show that parents can use to tell if their children are taking drugs?
Okay. So one of the common signs that their child is taking is unusual change in behavior. If there's unusual change in behavior, they say the parent maybe their daughter or their son are in the house, all of a sudden they start laughing, or all of a sudden they become withdrawn, or all of a sudden they start doing things that they didn't normally used to do, or they start just hallucinating, or sometimes being delusional. So those are the usual acute signs that parents can pick up in their kids, that change in behavior, that I'm sure there's something that is happening in my child.
We're talking about drugs like marijuana. Like some were saying that marijuana has been used for years. Some of them are saying maybe it opens their minds, like kuti vanokurumidza kuonera madhiri and all of that. What can we say about such rumors?
It's very true. There are some effects of marijuana that are beneficial to the body. For example, currently the country is embarking on producing marijuana for the chemical industry. It can benefit many other things. One of them is asthma. Can also be used in the manufacturing of skin products. Can also be used in the manufacturing of hair products and other chemicals. I agree. There are some people who also use them for these spiritual purposes. They actually say if you smoke banje, you become wise, you become that. Yes, that can come in the short term, but in the long term, side effects of marijuana will always be detrimental to their health. It can come in the short term, yes, but that's now for recreational use. It's no longer for medicinal use. If people then take marijuana for recreational use, yes, they can get these small benefits, but in the long run, it's always detrimental to their health. And remember, smoking is a common cause of other diseases like lung cancer. It can also cause chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. You just see somebody who's constantly coughing, and many other side effects. But one thing that I want to highlight is these effects that they find beneficial, they are only for a very short period, maybe 10 minutes, maybe an hour. After that, effects of marijuana, they wear off and then they become detrimental to their body.
A drug is any substance other than food that, when introduced into the body, changes the biological function of the body. Drug abuse refers to the continuous use of illicit drugs and misuse of medicines. It is the excessive use of psychoactive drugs such as alcohol, pain medication, or illegal drugs. It can lead to physical, social, or emotional harm. There are different types of drug groups such as the following. Number 1, central nervous system depressants, which slow down the operation of the brain and the body. These include alcohol, Xanax, Prozac, Rofinol, and more. Secondly, we have stimulants. These accelerate the heart rate and elevate the blood pressure. They speed up or overstimulate the body, such as cocaine, amphetamines, and methamphetamine, or better known in Zimbabwe as Mutoriro or Dombo. Thirdly, we have hallucinogens. These cause the user to perceive things differently than they are. For example, LSD, ecstasy, and more. Number 4, we have dissociative anesthetics. These are drugs that inhibit pain by cutting off the brain's perception of the pain. These include PCP and dextromethorphan. The 5th drug group is narcotic analgesics. These relieve pain, induce euphoria, and create mood changes in the users. These include opium, codeine, Bronclia, better known as Bronco in Zimbabwe, morphine, and more. At number 6, we have inhalants, which includes any breathable substances like glue and others. The 7th and final drug group is cannabis or marijuana, better known as mbanje, imbanje, insango, nzolo, dobu in Zimbabwe. These include cannabinoids and synthetics like dronabinol, among others.
Peer pressure. Sebengatha una style. Sebengatha una fight. Eshintwana outrage. Peer pressure. Yeah, just stick to your lane and always